Warning: we are not Japanese, so if we mispronounce any names, we do apologize in advance. This podcast will discuss, in many details, many adult themes that is not for anyone under the age of 18. If you are easily offended or do not want to hear people discuss topics involving sex, taboo topics, and other adult activities with harsh language, you have the option of turning the podcast off now. You have been warned.
Welcome back, everybody, to another year of Hentai to Listen. I think we're on, at least year and some change.
Year and a quarter, I think, or something like that. I don't know.
Just about.
When our anniversary comes up, I'm going to have no fucking clue. That's
right.
So.
But yeah, thanks again for sticking around for this long.
Yeah, if you are sticking around for this long. I haven't seen the numbers. I assume they've been steady.
Slightly steady rising, yes.
Oh, dude, we're on the rise, boys.
Yeah, we are on the rise. Also,
Joe Rogan, watch your back.
Yeah. Also, because of this new year, we are starting a YouTube channel. There is a camera right there.
Hello, I probably look exactly like you think I look like.
And I look nothing like what you
and I probably don't look anything like what you think.
Because for those who actually gone to our panel suggested this, do you know who we look like? But
yeah, you guys, anyone who was at Minnesota conventions knew what we look like if you attended the 18+ stuff.
But for those who just stumbled upon this podcast and don't know what I look, I'm Jarrett, by the way.
Yeah, I'm Matt. Hi.
So yeah, oddly enough, before we started, we had. When I was testing out the camera.
Oh, God.
When I was testing
comedy of errors.
Well, the first test, it was no light, and then I sent it to Matt. It's like, yeah, we need a light. I'm like, okay, I figured. Got a light, tested it night before. Worked out fine, and then, turned on the light, within...
Maybe 10 minutes later as we were getting, prepped and ready and the normal conversation out of the way. Light dies.
The light, it dies. Go figure for fucking batteries, man. Actually, AA batteries, I should say. So, we need to find. I need to find.
We'll figure something out.
Camera.
So, do we buy a lighting kit? It's then you have studio lights just everywhere.
Well, I found a ring light.
Oh, like the Elgato ring light or whatever the fuck it's called.
I don't know.
I got super popular recently because.
It was $40 at Best Buy, but I went to Maple Grove. The only two they had left is one in Roseville and one in Minnetonka. Again, if you know where Arbor Lakes is, I live east. Yeah, I had to think. East from Arbor Lakes, so.
East.
So I'm like, I don't really want to go to Roseville because I'm past my house. And at the time, I didn't really think about going to Minnetonka because I could have just went down 169 and then head home. I'm like, you know what? I'll worry about it later. And then I'm like, I think that's more expensive than just buying an L bracket and this light, which I think saved me about $10, $15.
Well,
maybe.
That $10, $15 is laughing at you.
Yeah, it is. It is, because I didn't realize how much power this fucking takes.
Why would you have an LED light that you can't just charge or plug in? That's what boggles me. Get 5 minutes of bright light when you're working on your car, and then you have to change the batteries. Oh, cool. Thanks. Awesome.
Yeah.
But whatever.
But yeah, this fucking thing is bright.
Yeah.
You've seen it. You just seen it.
It was in the corner of my eye, and I was like, oh, cool, I'm going to have a sunspot there for the rest of the day, even though I'm not looking at it.
But yeah, so, we have a YouTube channel now.
Yeah.
After a brand new year. Anyway.
Yeah, start the year off. We're going to commit to this.
So.
As Matt continues to miss week after week after week due to social obligations.
Yeah. I don't.
Look, if we were making money from this and we had 10,000 listeners a week, then I'd be like, sorry, babe, can't go to see your family. Got to go talk about anime titties.
Real quick, for those who listens to me in the episodes of the In Between where I normally talk about WWE, I had to address this because I'll probably forget about it within a week because another progression of the story will happen. So, for those who watch WWE Raw, Goldberg came back during fucking the Legends. Why he came back to challenge Drew is beyond me. The only thing I could think of is they just want to reset the title. By reset, I mean Miz is probably going to cash in at the Royal Rumble, and then that's how they restart the thing. I thought Goldberg was going to challenge Reigns because we didn't get that at WrestleMania.
Yeah.
Because they mentioned it during the bump, and then we just all of a sudden here he is on Raw challenging Drew, and then that kind of butterfly effect into SmackDown where I think Reigns as a heel is pretty good, but now I think he's too much of a heel.
Yeah, I was actually super happy when they turned Reigns heel or they started going that direction. And then I just like you, I'm kind of watching recently, and I'm like, okay, let's just dial it back from 11 to 10.5.
Yeah, because
this is getting a little fucking ridiculous.
Yeah, because now he's challenging Adam Pearce.
Yeah.
If this was this coming Friday, where they'll have 1 week prior to the Rumble, I'll be a little worried. But since there's that, another buffer for SmackDown, I'm not too worried. So I think it's gonna be Shinsuke versus Reigns.
Yeah.
At Rumble. So watch out for, I want to say the Saturday prior, the week prior. Watch out for my predictions for who I think is gonna win the Rumble. Even though I've been saying it all the time. I think Belair's going to win the women's. Oddly enough, I seen the point spread for it. She's a 9-2 favorite to win it.
You don't say.
Yeah.
It's almost like they have no one else to win the Rumble that would make any kind of logical sense.
Yeah.
Mind blown.
And it's funny, in the men's department, Vince is a 1 to 250 odds to win. He's a 1 to 250 to win. Shane's right above him, and Undertaker's right above him. I'm pretty sure Undertaker should have been higher than Vince, considering he just retired, really retired. So I had to get off my chest for that one because who knows what's going to happen this Monday and Friday. All right, moving right along. We are now in a brand new anime quarter.
Yeah, winter 2021, boys. Super hyped by a lot of people. I'm not watching nearly as many shows as I thought I would be from it. I think I'm watching 8 about, I think is what I'm doing. No, 9. So, yeah, only 9 out of the 30-some that are airing, and I'm not even watching some of the big ticket ones that people are raving about, so.
Well, I know what everybody's raving about is.
But it's this season is just it's season 2 the season. I mean that's what this one is essentially for the big ticket items. So.
I know the last podcast, the in between, I mentioned Attack on Titan. Yeah.
I'm not watching.
I don't blame you because I'm reading it.
Could not care less.
I'm reading it because I don't know what brought me to rewatch it again. I think it was I saw a GIF of
I saw an internet meme.
Well, no, it was show me best anime scene, and it was Levi cutting up the Beast Titan. I'm like, holy shit, I should watch this again because that looks dope. And so I went back, rewatched to the point where I stopped watching or reading, whatever you want to call it, and I'm like, oh shit, I realized why I liked this in the beginning. It was all the mystery, and then I pushed through it. The reason why I pushed through it is because the anime actually speed things up than when you're reading.
Yeah. That is one thing I will give the anime is and fucking Attack on Titan fans are going to argue with me, there's a lot of fluff in manga. As much as you want to be oh, it's what's this? Exposition, and it tells you about the world and character motivation. It could have been, a lot of it could have been cut down or really condensed, and I would have got the same message.
Mm-hmm.
So it's just I don't care. It's I get so bored reading all this extra stuff. It's oh, well, that's supposed to make the exciting stuff better. It's it doesn't though, because I just don't care.
Yeah.
I don't care anymore.
And then when I got up to the final season, quote unquote, again, and I got to the point where they won prior, I should say, the end of third season where
Yeah.
they won that part, and then they go on to see the final season,
That's kind of
and then it's like, okay, now I realize why I stopped liking it, because I'm reading it trying to finish it, and then I got to the point it's like, let's go, let's speed it up, like.
And I even watched I watched a couple episodes prior and after where I think it was like season 3 where it was like that super epic speech that the general gave that everyone was like, oh my god, this is like one of the best war speeches in media. Was it though? I mean, was it? Maybe it's just because I don't have a connection to these characters or this story or that character or anything that's happening. But just stand alone, I was just like, I mean, it was like okay, it did the job. But yeah, I don't know. Maybe I'm just a stick in the mud. Maybe I'm just missing the big picture. It's just Attack on Titan ain't for me. I don't know why it became this anime for non-anime people type situation that a lot of people call it. So
never heard that, but okay.
Yeah, I've heard some
okay.
people say it's not so ridiculously leaning one way for the animification stuff, with the tropes and shit, to where you can't enjoy it if you're not a fan of anime or anything like that. So
all I know, I don't even know who the bad guy is at this point in chapter.
I don't care who the bad guy is. That's the issue. If I don't care who these people are fighting or what their struggle is, why should I continue watching? It does what every shonen does, and the only shonen that I've ever excused it for is because it's actually related to the story is Yu Yu Hakusho. Dragon Ball is guilty of this, One Piece is super fucking guilty of this, Naruto's guilty of this, every shonen's guilty of this, here's the big bad, it's the most powerful thing we've ever faced. Oh look, we beat it. Oh no, this is actually the next big bad, and he's actually the most powerful thing. He was just waiting in the shadows. Oh lucky we beat him. Actually, this is I don't come on. I can only care so much of this ridiculous power level building.
Yeah, I can see that. But
and I feel don't get me wrong, Attack on Titan hasn't done that, but instead of power levels, just think of this is the big threat. Oh, actually, this is the big threat controlling the big threat. Oh no, this is the big threat that we actually have to be worrying about. It's I think you would have realized the big threat a long time ago if it was that fucking threatening.
Right.
So I don't know. Maybe I'm just an asshole.
But yeah, like I said earlier, once all the mysteries have been solved, I just lost interest.
Yeah, there's nothing.
At this point, it's like, okay, I'm this deep into it. It's almost over. I gotta finish it.
You gotta finish it.
It's like Lost. I have to fucking finish it.
But that was a worldwide craze, though. Nations united over the ending of Lost.
Well, I know, but I mean, but at the same time, people lost interest of it.
Yeah, because they fucking went off the deep end.
Well, no, because it also played the writer strike played a part into it as well.
Yeah, that's true. I think that show survived 2 writer strikes. Now that I think about it.
No, it was just the one.
Was it?
Yeah.
I can't remember what I'm thinking of then.
But yeah, another one is this one, the quintessential quintuplets.
Yeah, quintessential quintuplets. Love it. So good. Miku is the best. I hope we all know it's not going to happen, but
I just looked her up. The headphones.
The headphone lady.
Yeah.
In my heart of hearts, that's the true waifu. But we all know it's going to be that main girl that approached him in the first episode of the first season, and they keep trying really, really hard to pretend like it's not going to be her, but that's who he's going to get married to. And the manga's over, and I haven't finished it yet. I have to catch up on it because it's super good. And apparently they reveal who he gets married to.
Oh.
I don't know. I'm not. Again, it's anime. It's Japan. They're not exactly clever when it comes to this stuff.
Well, if the season 2 ends and it doesn't reveal, then I'll start reading.
Yeah, I'll finish it. I'm halfway through, and I like it. It's just I took a break because it was updating so slow at one point, and then all of a sudden, a couple months ago, it was just chapter update, chapter update, chapter update. I was like, what the fuck? I can't keep up.
Yeah, I think that's probably the translators.
Yeah, it's easily. It's been finished in Japan for quite a while now. So.
Oh, no shit. Next one is the hidden dungeon only I can enter.
Yeah, we talked about this off camera, and you explain what the hidden dungeon is, and then I'll explain what my issue is probably going to be with this series.
Well, okay, the hidden dungeon only I can enter. Basically summarizing, he's the lowest of the low of a noble family.
Wow, where have we heard this before?
Yeah. So he goes off. There's dungeons all over the world, continent, whatever. And he stumbles upon a dungeon that Or wait, no. How did I just watched it yesterday?
This one I haven't watched, so I can't.
But anyway, he enters a dungeon. He gets a voice in his head. Okay, come follow me. He meets this one chick, which, by the way,
of course it's a woman.
Which is weird. When he meets her, it's on the second floor, and somehow she's been captured, like stuck there for 200 years.
Lady, stairs, right there.
First off, if you were that powerful, how did you get stuck on the second
floor?
Yeah, on the second
that's
floor.
why I hate telepathy and shit, because it's like, I can communicate with you via brainwaves. I have a feeling you can probably do a lot more than that, too, if you can fucking talk to me with your fucking mind.
Well, and so she bestows upon him, like, at least a certain ability, which he can create his own skills.
Yep.
But the only way to create these skills is by life points. The only way to get these life points is by certain enjoyments, whether it be food, riches, or
in typical anime fashion,
let's just say fan service.
Women. Even the box is done with art.
I don't think that's gonna be edited out.
I can't. I'm leaving it in. I don't even edit it, and I'm leaving it in.
So when I first saw this reminded me of the series Sex and Dungeon.
Yeah.
For those who don't know what Sex and Dungeon is, this takes place in modern day Japan, where he's kind of adventurer, explorer type thing, and a magical dungeon just magically appears in his house.
Or no, it's like his basement door. He like opens it one day, and all of a sudden it's a fucking dungeon, and he's like, "Oh shit."
Well, they don't even have basements in Japan.
No, but, like,
but anyway,
that's like the joke, I think.
No, I'm sorry.
Jesus Christ.
So in Sex and Dungeon, in order to level up,
he explores, and you would think that the normal way you level up is by fighting monsters and finding sweet loot. Well, he finds sweet loot. It's just the loot is used outside of the dungeon 99% of the time.
Yep.
And for him to gain levels, he needs to use that loot to fuck.
just any
engage in sexual acts with.
Yeah, sexual acts with any
women. Primarily his teacher and the quiet girl in school and his childhood friend and this girl who's like, "You're up to some shady shit." And he's like, "Oh shit, I'm about to be caught." And then she falls into it too, because he's a great guy who doesn't use his powers for terrible, nefarious purposes. Yeah. And she's like, "Oh God, no, this ain't so bad." I'm like, I'm kind of uncomfortable reading this. But I'm gonna keep going because I kind of like the plot.
Right. And so when I first watched Hidden Dungeon, yesterday, this reminded me exactly like Sex and Dungeon, only more of a PG-13 kind of way.
They turned this guy into not a terrible person, though that's yet to be seen, because I haven't read The Hidden Dungeon or anything like that, and I haven't watched it yet.
The only terrible thing he done was to his childhood friend, where he kind of deflates his friend's her boobs, because she was complaining about her shoulders hurting. It's like, "Oh, let me give you a breast reduction." And they show two pictures of balloons just deflating. It's like, what the fuck you do? And I was yelling at my TV. He was like, "You put them back."
Oh, no.
You put them back.
As far as I'm concerned, this guy's public enemy number one. Who does that? What a terrible person. Oh, my shoulders kind of hurt. Oh, don't worry. Let me just...
And she was yelling, "What did you do? Put them back."
Even she's like, "Fuck you."
Put them back. So, yeah, this is a PG-13 version of Sex and Dungeon. If you haven't read Sex and Dungeon, Yeah, sure. Give it. I will.
Sure. It's not bad. It's well written for what it is.
Yeah.
But I can't help but feel the author should probably be on a watch list.
Okay.
Just saying. just throwing that out there.
And all right, so yeah, I like both of them.
Yeah, I mean,
granted, this is the pilot episode of the Hidden Dungeon.
Yeah, I'm probably gonna like Hidden Dungeon. I do, despite my complaints about it, like Sex and Dungeon. So.
Another anime that came about yesterday, who oddly enough, kind of same instance, is So I'm a Spider, So What?
Yeah, for anyone who doesn't know, this is that light novel that got super popular in the last 6 months. Kind of exploded in popularity. So they did an anime adaptation of it. So I'm excited for it. I really like the light novels. I'm super excited to see what happens with this. We have a note in here where it equals slime, and I'm assuming he means reincarnated as a slime.
Yep.
Yeah. It very much has that same vibe. Both the light novel and from just that trailer that I saw has the same kind of vibe. I feel like it probably even starts out kind of the same way, where they start off in a cave all alone and they have to explore their powers.
Well, however, in the spider one, she's actually, how spiders normally be birthed.
Oh,
anyway,
so she's hatched and stuff, so she doesn't
and
show up in the cave.
Yeah, yeah, and then there's a lot of spiders around her.
Fuck ton of spiders. Well, I'm taking this off my watch list because fuck that.
And
too many spiders.
Yeah, and then granted, she's the only one that's sentient.
Yeah,
I guess.
yeah.
And it's funny, when she's like, "Oh my God, I'm a spider." It's like, "I'm hungry. What are they eating over there?" Fucking cannibalism, just right out the gate. I was like, "Oh God!" She just dips out of the way, and next thing you know, there's big ass giant spider. Oh, and then even that spider was cannibalism. She just went off in her own world. The reason why I was saying, because even I can't remember her name. I don't think it mentioned her name.
She has a name. I can't remember her name.
Even she has, the internal.
Yeah, the internal monologue of, talking to herself a lot.
No. I mean her skill, in slime.
Yeah. The Great Sage.
Yeah.
Situation. Yeah, I
Same
can't remember
thing.
what that's called in Spider though.
Same thing, but she dumps all her points in her one skill, and oh fuck. But the only difference in this one is her whole class gets reincarnated.
Yeah, so what happens is it's her school bus. An entire school bus of kids basically gets fucking isekai at once. So.
Oh, it's a school bus in the light novel?
Yeah, it's a school bus in the light novel.
Oh, this one is just a classroom.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's like her. It's like a school bus is what they explain it as, but it's her class essentially is what happens.
Yeah.
So
I'm
excited for it. I'm really, really excited for it.
It's hard for a pilot, especially for anime. It's
I'm
hard.
surprised it wasn't an hour-long pilot. That's what I'm kind of surprised about, or a 45-minute pilot, because it's big enough to where they could have been like, "Hey, can we get an extended pilot?" Because that's how Slime came about, is they had a 45-minute pilot episode. So we'll see.
Yeah.
I'm excited to see where it ends, where it goes, how they adapt everything. I would really recommend reading it. It's really lighthearted, really fun, just reincarnated as slime. Sounds like they're kind of going that same vibe with, the anime. So, yeah, we'll see what happens.
Right.
Reincarnated as slime season 2 also happening this season.
Yeah.
So.
It'd be good.
I'm really excited for that. They're doing the Demon Lord arc, which I'm super hyped about.
Yeah, I kind of skipped over all the extra stuff in between.
Oh, you didn't miss shit.
I know I did.
You didn't miss shit.
Because I was reading the synopsis of them, no.
Yeah, no, it's
no.
dumb.
All right, I'll just
the only kind of fun part is when for some reason Rimuru has beef with one of the other fucking teachers for no apparent fucking reason. It's just why? Why are you being assholes to each other?
But all right, in 3 days, my most excited one.
Yeah, it's super weird because we talked about this
so much.
We talked about this on the podcast, and I was like, oh yeah, I'll take a look into it. And then when this season was announced, I was going through everything, and I was like, oh, this one sounds familiar. Holy shit!
Yeah, so the one anime that's happening in 3 days is Redo of the Healer.
Yep.
I am so excited for this.
I'm hyped. I'm actually super hyped for this.
So am I. The only if you have read it, you know why I'm super hyped of it.
Yep.
Real quick, it's a revenge story.
Mm-hmm. Which, by the way, when you read the synopsis for this, does not do the actual plot of this story justice.
No.
At all. I think it actually fucking lies to you, if I'm being honest.
What would you read?
I read the My Anime. I'll bring it up real quick. Damn it. This fucking thing. It's either the AniList one that they used or it's the My Anime List one. I have to...
you don't have it yet. But yeah.
Yeah,
okay.
Here it is. I'm not going to say his name because I can't pronounce it. Who was bound by his common knowledge, was exploited again and again by others. One day he noticed what lay beyond healing magic and was convinced that a healing magician was the strongest class. However, by the time he realized that potential, he was deprived of everything. Thus, he used healing magic on the world itself to go back 4 years, deciding to redo everything. This is a heroic tale of one healing magician who became the strongest by using knowledge from the past life in healing magic.
Is that for the anime or for...
This is for the anime.
Oh, wow, that is...
See what I mean? You see what I mean?
That is
it's
wrong.
Like, oh no, like something bad happens to him, so he goes back in time and he corrects the wrongs. Not what fucking happens.
No.
Not what fucking happens at all.
So now, after you just read that, because I never read it, because I already knew what it was going to be about, because I never read that before. Mm-hmm. Now I'm wondering if that's the direction they're actually going to go.
No,
I'm hoping not.
So because you have to watch the previews if you want to see what this is actually about. Mm-hmm. The previews are actually like from like it's more accurate to what's going to be happening.
Okay.
Yeah, like the guy's like evil and angry and shit in the previews, and like he kind of talks about what's happening without obviously spoiling because it's a preview. And I'm like, I can't help but feel most people are not gonna watch that, and they're just gonna read this and be like, oh, okay, it's like a cute little, he uses healing magic and he helps people.
No, this is a straight up revenge
this is a
series. Like, I think this is by far, I think, the best revenge anime series I've read.
I'm excited for it. I'm very excited for it.
Hopefully, it's on Crunchyroll because I'm hoping Funimation doesn't pick it up. If they do,
don't think they did.
If they do, it's going to be uncensored, which I think that's the only good thing about it.
Yeah.
Because you said it's the same studio that did High School DxD. Right?
Yeah, I'm pretty sure I did.
If it's the same studio, then yeah, we're definitely there's going to be an uncensored
license. Yeah, the license was by Sentai Filmworks. So what have you guys done? Yeah, No Game No Life, Angel Beats, Akame Got Killed, another Shokugeki. Oh god, we're in good hands. High School of the Dead. We're fine. Oh, we're fine. This is the perfect studio for this. They've touched upon everything. Titties and blood. They've done it.
Right. Yeah. So.
And deep emotional trauma for a lot of people in Angel Beats, but we're not have to worry about that.
I didn't even watch Angel Beats.
I fucking hate Angel Beats. I think it's overrated as shit.
Okay.
That's a discussion for another day, though.
So yeah, I'm like I said, I'm super excited for Redo.
Yeah. I mean, that's Jared's list. It's pretty much my list. I'm watching Slime when that comes out. ReZero Part 2 of Season 2 when I hate when they fucking do this. Watching that.
Now you know how I feel when I'm watching The Flash and all that shit.
Yeah.
CW.
Yeah, Marvel does it worse than fucking anime does. Jesus Christ. Yeah, I'm super excited for that. I'm Jobless Reincarnation comes out this season. That's another pretty hype one. What else am I fucking watching? Oh, Low Tier Character. That's gonna be super, super dope. Nothing off the top of my head. What if a character from the last Dungeon Boonies like joined a starter town? Stupid fucking name. Funny as shit plot. The first episode is actually super good. I'm gonna hate the main character because he's a literal god, and he's like, oh, I can't do anything, and I'm so much weaker than everyone, and I'm not special. And I'm like, you literally moved out of town, and you're more powerful than, like, anyone in this fucking town that you're in now. Shut the fuck up. You're fine. Ugh, I'm gonna be so annoyed with that. But yeah, it's gonna be fun. It's a good season. I'm actually very excited for the season. We kind of joked and said that this is the season of second seasons, because that's what a lot of the big ticket items are. So.
Yeah. Well. So yeah. That's this for at least this quarter.
Yeah, our rundown of this anime quarter, winter 2021. Hate how winter's in the beginning. Pisses me off. Fucking hate that.
Yeah, I don't understand that.
But it makes sense.
Maybe.
Not really, but it does.
Well, I mean, for over there.
Yeah, over there it makes sense.
Because winter comment should have been going on last week.
I think so.
Oh, speaking of Japan, I know last episode we talked about that the soft on demand.
Yeah, soft on demand.
I take that back. I watched the full video.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Not going?
No.
All right, we'll take it off our list.
I don't know. Because that just seems like a lot of floors of buying beer. Like, I mean, you would go if you knew all the actresses.
Okay, which I don't, so I'm not going to get any enjoyment out of that.
Yeah.
Okay, fuck it. We'll cross that off the list and we'll go to like an 18-plus maid cafe or some shit.
Okay.
We got to go to some adult shit in Japan. We're not just going to do nerd shit. I mean, an 18-plus maid cafe isn't super nerd shit, but you know what I mean.
Yeah. Well, shit. I was just anyway. Yeah.
Shit, man. I was just making a point, but.
I mean, go just to go.
But like.
I know what you mean, but I mean, after seeing that whole video.
Well, no, but you make a good point. It's like I don't know any of the actresses that would show up there, and that sounds like the main reason to go.
Yeah.
So it's like.
And I don't know how. Because that video was made during, COVID.
Yeah,
and
their main lockdown, I think, is what it was.
So they're like, when one of the chicks was like whispering in your ear, I don't know if is she supposed to be that far, or is she only that far because of what's going on?
I have no idea.
With the pane glass, the OL, you reaching for snacks and you're behind a pine glass.
Yeah, that's probably a COVID precaution there.
Yeah, I mean,
I can't imagine you would have something like that set up and be like, hold on, let me reach for snacks, and you just enjoy the glass between us.
Not to mention, the chick, like I think it was the fourth, the top floor where girls. That one chick in bikini clad, bikini.
Bikini clad in a bikini.
In a double mirror, and she's just, cleaning, mixing drinks, and it's like,
That I feel like hasn't changed much. I feel like that's like just something that's there.
Yeah.
I can't imagine that's going to be a whole lot different with like COVID gone.
Yeah. So I mean,
it's a softcore porn bar, or nothing super exciting is nothing super exciting is gonna happen there. I'm guaranteeing. So.
Because the only thing I would say we have to, you would want to go there is you knew a lot of the actors and you could just hang out at the lounge,
like talk to them
and talk to them. That's about the only thing. But considering,
since I don't, that's a valid point. So we'll just strike that from the record. And then we'll just do something else stupid that wastes our time and money. Look, we're going to Japan for three main reasons. One, to buy a lot of shit. Two, to see a lot of shit and eat a lot of good food. Yeah. And then three is to do nerdy shit.
Which kind of circles back to the first.
Okay, and then four. I lost track. I thought my brain just reset. What were we talking about? Trip to Japan, stupid shit. And four is to go and, experience the adult world, the underground adult world of Japan for like a night. And then we're going to wipe our hands clean. We're going to be like, that was in fact the thing. And then we're just going to continue about our day and never talk about it again.
I don't know, man. That to me that would be like a 2-night thing, but okay.
If we're going to Japan, we're going for like 2 weeks. That's
God, yeah, no.
That's like minimum requirement. We're not doing like the whole month thing like I've heard some people do, and they're like, I rented a shit dude. I'm like,
a month?
Yeah.
Would they go like north to south?
Yeah.
Oh, okay, then that actually.
Oh no,
sense.
actually, I think they.
That makes sense.
I think they made the mistake, and they're just like, I'm just hanging out in Tokyo, and I'm like, go anywhere, explore, do things.
Like if there was a month going from north to south, that would make sense in a month.
Oh, I'd absolutely backpack through Japan. I would totally start north and go south and see how far you can get. I think that'd be really cool.
But if you're just doing 2 weeks,
if we're doing like
the metro, then okay, yeah.
Yeah. 'Cause, yeah,
a month in the
We're gonna
metro.
head up we're gonna go to Akihabara. We're gonna go to Tokyo and Kyoto.
I definitely got to go to the bridge, if the Shinjuku Bridge.
Oh, we'll go to
see all the fashion. Hopefully, nothing died down as far as fashion. I think it still goes.
Oh, it's still going. It's
still going. Okay, but yeah, just had to bring that up.
Not that anyone cares, or that
they will.
Or that this trip might not even not happen, but we have to discuss it in the future.
Yeah. All right. Ow. Fucking eye.
Now my least favorite segment, because I just feel fucking bad for these people. Simp of the week.
All right. Simp of the week goes to Paul. I don't even
Crocombe, I think your fucking name is. I can't tell.
At Paul _ whatever.
Crocombe.
It's spelled Crocombe.
Yeah.
Now this guy is a father of 3, and he's married to a wonderful gal.
Engaged to a wonderful girl.
Wonderful girl. First off,
why would you put that?
Yeah, why would you put
bio,
that?
Dude?
And this must be a private account because you must not give your phone to any of your wife, or your wife must not have a Twitter account. Because the shit he puts on here is not very simp, but more of the thirst. It's more of the thirst simp.
This dude be thirsting.
First off, the way he spells fuck is more like fook.
Yeah, I
fucking cool.
Yeah, what fucking beauty. Fuck off, dude. God damn.
Why is the father of 3
who's engaged?
Just being this thirsty on Twitter is beyond me. I mean, I know the other simps last week were pretty much simping, but this is this is more of a, like I said, more of a thirst simp.
Yeah.
It just boggles my mind. Now, who he's thirsty for, I'm not complaining about him because they are pretty fucking thick. But the way he just comments on it.
So yeah, one thing I will point out is this guy is at least consistent in his simping. All these ladies' tits are like quadruple D size minimum.
Yeah.
So I mean, guy knows what he likes.
Yeah. I mean, we're not knocking any of these guys what they like. We're just
we have to make that very clear. We're not kink shaming because we've made that very clear at our panels. We don't kink shame here. We're not judging them for liking these types of women or anything like that. We're just judging them because the thirst is fucking real.
Yeah.
And you're just not. You're just simping. All back and forth. You're just simping.
Yeah.
Don't do that.
I mean, throw out a like is one thing. I do that.
But this guy has retweeted every woman who's like, retweet if you, and some sexual shit.
I don't even do that. Like, if I want to retweet, I'll retweet.
I'll fucking retweet it.
Don't
ask
for it.
But yeah, if you're asking me, like, retweet if you would do this to me, it's like, fuck off.
Yeah.
Get the fuck out.
You're asking for too much.
Yeah. No, I'm not outing myself. Fuck you.
Speaking of Twitter, please follow me because of what I do, and not because I've got a lot of followers. Probably follow me just to get a follow back.
This dude bought a fucking calendar from one of these bitches.
Well, so have I. I mean, not one of these. I mean, I bought a Yayahan calendar back in the day. But that's about it.
You were young and naive. This man has got 3 children.
Don't bring kids into this.
He put the calendar in his home. What do you want from me?
Oh yeah, I didn't even think about that. He must have the bullshit man cave that nobody goes into. But yeah, shout out to Paul Crumbop.
Yeah, Paul. I'm just gonna call you Paul.
Paul, of our Simp of the Week. Congratulations, Paul.
You did it. You reached the heights that you've always dreamed of. Not with the right people, but you did it.
I want to make a tinfoil simp trophy. This one goes out for you.
This one goes to you, Paul.
Just like the Sammy Awards. All right.
I'm sure I could find
What?
I'm waiting for the fucking to happen on this fucking thing. God damn it. It's just my cable too. It pisses me off. I fucking hate it.
All right. Now for the weekend updates. The company of Hawaiian Rolls is being sued with a class action lawsuit because Hawaiian Rolls aren't made in Hawaii. No shit.
Wow.
No
yeah,
shit.
What gave it away?
No shit. Hey, you know what else isn't made in that particular place? Arizona tea. It's not made in Arizona.
I mean, Arizona. I know. I hate to break that immersion for some of you. Oh my god, this is so funny. From the article. Reasonable consumers understand that the term Hawaiian rolls by itself does not denote a roll made in Hawaii any more than a moon pie can claim to have been baked on the moon.
You know where most of our pineapples come from? It ain't Hawaii.
Ain't fucking Hawaii.
Yeah, actually I found that the hard truth when I actually went over there. Yeah, when I actually went to a Hawaiian, plantation or pineapple plantation.
I was gonna say, let's be very careful using that word here.
Pineapple plantation. They say, yeah, most of the pineapples come from the Philippines.
Yep.
So I'm like, no shit.
And guess what? Most of our avocados come from California.
That's very close to fucking Mexico. You can still grow it.
Close enough. Not a big deal.
So yeah, I know last time we did a lot of class action lawsuits we're bringing up on this show.
Because they're dumb. They're fucking stupid.
First it was the ginger ale.
Ginger ale isn't actually a health benefit. Like, really? What fucking gave it away?
It's pop. There is no health benefit in drinking pop. But yeah. Didn't we do another one prior to that one?
Probably. It's probably dumb enough that I'm just like, I'm not going to fucking give into it.
Yeah, it doesn't matter. But anyway, all right, next one.
Yeah, we're just going to move on because it's dumb. Find the article. It's really funny. They even point out how stupid it is in the article.
I'll put these articles in the description.
Yep.
Blah 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 blah. You know the whole drill. You know the whole drill.
I'll find it in the description below.
You know the drill. So you need a new game for game night? Why don't you check out Maury the Game Board called You Are Not the Father. When I first read this, what the fuck?
We can just do anything with anything, and it'll work. Honestly, I'm fully convinced at this point.
Yeah. I don't know who owns the talk show Maury.
Even the website can't fucking believe it. NBC Universal has turned the talk show Maury into a board game called You Are Not the Father. Yes, this is real life.
But the purpose of the story, like, if you've seen Maury, I'm pretty sure everybody fucking has. Whether you waiting in the lobby or whatnot, you've seen it. You've seen Maury. And normally when you hear You Are Not the Father or You Are the Father, you've seen most of all the crowd reactions. You know, you're like, You Are Not the Father. Oh!
No! Running the fuck away.
Oh, shit. And it's awesome I could do that because now we have a fucking camera.
That joke works now. He's on camera.
So the purpose of the show was purpose of that reaction. The best reaction is you basically kind of win.
Yeah.
So yeah. This is almost like
they put way too much effort into this. I'm reading how it plays. So I won't read this entire thing. But it's basically the Maury game. You're Not the Father challenges players to prove their non-paternity. So that's the goal, is to not be the father. Okay. Through a series of shocking accusations and laugh-out-loud arguments, a paternity test has been performed, and the results lie in each player's test envelopes. Player cards right to increase your odds of innocence and revel in hysterical banter along the way. You put too much effort into this fucking game.
What's that one game called? I never played it, but it's like 2 decks of cards, and you like draw.
Oh, like white and black cards?
Yeah.
Yeah, Cards Against Humanity.
Oh, that's what I'm thinking it's like, right? From what I've read.
From what I'm gathering, it's like a mixture of like Clue and Cards Against Humanity.
Okay.
Why any person not on cocaine would put those two games together, I'm not entirely sure. But you know, I'm not saying heavy drugs were involved in this. I'm just saying
cocaine's a hell of a drug.
Cocaine is a hell of a drug. I don't know, Peter. Meth's a hell of a drug. What? Nothing.
So yeah, look for that in your local Games by James. I'm pretty sure it will be in Games by James.
If it's not their top seller by the end of the year, I'm gonna be damn disappointed.
Oh, are the malls open?
Some of them.
Some, because they've been off and on.
It just depends. I don't know. I don't know if MOA is, but there's like a couple malls by my place that reopened up.
Because I need to buy more pop figures. Anyway.
I need to feel my addiction.
Yeah, I know. So, comedian Ricky Gervais.
Yeah,
Gervais. Creator of The Office and many other. Many other. Not stand-up, but shows like The Extras.
If you saw a photo of the guy, you'd recognize him. He was also the guy at the Emmys, I want to say, who just like ripped into Hollywood and said that you're all fucking terrible people.
I can see that.
Yeah.
Was denied by the London Zoo to be for his death wish of being tortured by lions. The reason why is because they don't want to feed the man meat to the lions because that's.
It's not a question of ethics of like, can we allow him to be eaten by lions? It's what are the repercussions for the lions when we do this?
Yeah.
As in, they will now see us as food, and we will not be able to take care of them anymore.
Yeah. So he was denied that. If you want to give our lions food, donate, just regular meat, not man meat. So.
Yeah, just don't, jump into the lion pit and get eaten alive.
Why Ricky wanted to do this is beyond me.
Because he's a strange man.
He is a strange man. Not as strange as the male lesbian. I can't think of his name right now. No, that's what he refers to himself. He's the dude that does stand. He's also British. He dresses in women's clothing, but
Jeffree Star?
Huh?
Jeffree Star?
No. Shit.
I can't think of it.
Yeah. I can name. He was in Ocean's 12 and 13. Anyway, but yeah. I can see. Anyway, I forgot. Anyway. I can see him also doing that as well because that's what he does.
Yeah.
But yeah.
It's just he's just a strange dude. He's like, I want to jump in a lion pit for my dying wish, and they're like, let's not do that.
Yeah, it's bad on our lions. They don't want all that tough meat.
Yeah, exactly. They're like, I think you might be a little too gristly. I'm like, damn.
What the fuck? All right. So another Florida man.
Florida, you just are not normal.
So a Florida man decides to swing a samurai sword at another. It was at a jogger because he claimed a free not a trolley. I guess it's considered a trolley. It's a garbage trolley that was in a free bin.
Yeah.
And he just followed the runner all the way home with his. At first it was a stick. All of a sudden he just pulls it out and says, "Fucking samurai sword." It's like, no, you give me that trolley back. It's mine. Swing. And then he eventually went on his way, but he never cut the man. Authorities are still out on the lookout for the man with the sword who tried to cut for a free garbage trolley. Why? Why you need to cut somebody for this?
I don't know. It's Florida, dude. It's just Florida.
And eventually, some other lady took it because it's not worth it.
Yeah. It's like a cart they found in the garbage, and they're like, I'm going to take it. And then...
No, that's mine.
That's mine. It's like, okay, have it, I guess. Fuck you off, dude. It's, just very strange. What drives people in Florida, I don't really understand.
I don't either.
Are they even people? I'm starting to think.
I don't know.
Whatever's in the water down there is just not good.
apparently not, because I get phone calls from people saying, "Hey, are you still selling a house in Florida?" I'm like, I don't know why they're calling me and not my father. I don't know why. Well, no, because every now and then I get calls like, "Hey, we're interested in buying your property down in Florida." Stop talking to me.
Yeah,
I'm the
please.
son.
Yeah,
Talk
go away.
to my
Talk to that guy. Talk to anyone else that's not me.
Yeah, I know. They call my mom. I'm like, stop it. They're not selling their property in Florida. Stop. I don't know why people want, fucking. I know Florida's Florida and all, but why retire there?
I don't.
Of all places, why there?
I don't know. Just a lot of fucking old people live in Florida. I think they just want to be around other old people.
Except for Miami. Have I been to Miami? No, I haven't. Damn it. Damn it. I've been to Orlando. That's about it. I want to go to Miami. I want to go to Miami. All right. So that's our weekend update. Little depression just over way more depression. Like, fuck. I need to get out of state. I need to go somewhere.
Yeah, no kidding.
It's bullshit. Oh. Anyway, enough of depression. Time to move on to boobs.
Yeah.
Tootie boobs.
Tootie. Gigantic gazongas.
Right. First one up is Imouto Paradise Series 1.
Waiting for the FBI to,
Oh,
arrest us any minute now.
that won't happen. Even though the FBI is actually 2 blocks down that way. You didn't know that?
No, I didn't know that.
Yeah. I forgot. You come 94 east, right, or going west, right?
Oh, wow. Okay. Yeah. Oh, interesting.
You do?
That sucks. I didn't know that. I guess I never put, 2 and 2 together.
No, I'm asking. Do you right? You call.
Yeah, no, I know exactly where you're talking about. So.
Oh, that okay.
Yeah.
You see that? Yeah, that's
Yeah,
the
I guess I just never put 2 and 2 together. I guess at that point. So
Yeah.
that's on me. My bad.
Anyway.
I totally speed by that every fucking time too. So.
Yeah, that's the FBI building, listening to our conversation.
Shit, this is so easy. They're just right there.
But yeah, Imouto Paradise, series number 1. What can I say about this other than the fucking headache of I get from the weird fucking camera just going in and out like this?
Yeah,
I'm surprised I didn't
like
just fall on the floor.
The camera guy was drunk on his fucking ass. And you get motion sick watching this. Like, there's not a still scene. At the very beginning, they're just around sitting and eating dinner. It's not intense. They're not talking about anything weird. They're just talking about shit. And the camera's like, whoa, whoa, and I'm like, stop.
I'm like, this is gonna stop, right? This is gonna stop, right?
It never stops.
No.
Never stops.
So, other than that, just try not to.
Yeah, outside of not puking when you're fucking watching this due to motion sickness.
Wow, that was out of this whole series, that's all I could think about was this.
It doesn't get until they get to I think it's even present in the second one.
No, it's not.
It's not? Okay,
No.
so thank God.
Well, no, because all 3 of the.
Yeah, they're made by different studios.
Which is fucking weird.
Which is
good.
Well, yeah, which thank God, because
It's good.
fuck the camera.
Well, weird in the same.
Because the visual novels are made by Moonstone, so I don't know why they didn't just do one, but whatever.
So yeah, in the first instance, you have 2 sets of twins. Wait, no, that was the second one.
Yeah, the second one is twins. We're only talking about the first one because we'll be here all day if we're talking about fucking all 3 of these because they're all different.
No, there's twins in the first one.
Is it?
Yeah.
I don't think they're twins. I don't think these 2 are twins though.
No. There's a set of twins. They're all obviously they're related, but I mean there is a set of twins.
I'm just gonna point out how nonchalantly you were just obviously they're related.
No, I mean there is a set of twins amongst the siblings.
Okay.
Just not twins of the brother.
Gotcha. That's where I was getting confused. I was like, I don't think they're twins with their brother, so.
But no, what was it again? Not that shit. That was the other one. But yeah, the first one is, pretty much they all hit the archetype for the most part.
Yeah, you get everything. I mean, obviously they all fit the little sister archetype. Cause
yes.
Imouto Paradise. Because, this guy should totally be in jail, but whatever.
We should be in jail.
We should be in jail. For encouraging this.
But, yeah, other than because I didn't see the, not Yandir, but the Soon. I never saw the Soon in this one at all.
Pretty sure.
I mean, there's a small hints of it, but it's not full-blown Soon.
Yeah, it's more like, it's not full-blown. It's more like, oh, I don't like my brother, but, I just kind of mess with him type situation. It's not like, oh, I hate you, but secretly I love you.
Yeah.
Yeah, none of that shit. Get that garbage out of my hentai.
Yeah. So, other than the full-blown aneurysm that you get from the camera.
Yeah, outside of vomiting from the fucking camera work in the first chunk of this series, it's pretty good.
It's good. I like the animation. It reminds me of some of the... I can't remember the title. Shit. You'll actually put it somewhere.
Yeah, we'll put it somewhere. Are you talking about the one where he's got like the sex pass?
No.
It's the same animation style for that.
No, I was gonna say I was experimenting with the editor, and actually you put the image of.
Oh yeah. Okay.
So that's in there. Yeah. What we're talking about. Blah 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 blah. What was I saying?
Man, we've gone off the rails in this one.
I know. This is our first take. Only take.
Oh yeah, first.
There's no editing. There's no editing. Well, there is editing.
Fuck it, we'll do it live. I mean, there's just not much to say about Imouto Paradise, and quite frankly, I don't want to say more because the FBI guy is just sitting there typing away like, yep, what else happens? Ooh, that's bad. You're going to jail for a very long time.
That reminds. Have you ever seen the movie? It wasn't Deep Impact, but the other one where they had the drill in the core. And
Armageddon.
No, not Armageddon. No, it's not. It's one that actually hacks on Earth. It's not.
Oh, it's on Earth. I was about to say Earth.
It had DJ Qualls in it, and then they were knocking on the door, and he looked in. It's like, oh shit, the FBI is here, and he took like 2 giant magnets and just like went down his whole rack.
I don't know. I haven't seen that one.
But only they did that scene. Only they did Chris Hansen, and he had a bunch of same scene, but like, oh shit, it's Chris Hansen, Photoshop face. I'm like, oh fuck. But yeah, that
was like my favorite South Park cameo joke they've ever done. It's just, why don't you have a seat? Why don't you just have a seat over there? Just take a seat. And they're like arguing with him the entire time. Like, no, dude, I gotta go. I don't want to sit. I'm not gonna sit and talk to you, Chris Hansen. He's like, why don't you just have a seat? And eventually they're just like, damn, he's good. And they sit down eventually.
They just fucking leave. They never leave.
Yeah, they don't.
They just don't leave.
That's the power of Chris Hansen, baby.
God. So, if you're able, if you get motion sickness,
don't watch the first one.
Don't
watch the second and third.
I haven't watched the third one yet. I did review the second one. I haven't done the third one. Check that one out. I did a horrible job on it, mind you. I actually mentioned that in the fucking wow, I'm doing a horrible fucking job on this one. Let me redo this.
I mean, well, now we can do a terrible job on this one.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, it's fine. It's good. You get a little bit of everything. You get dressed up. You get, for some reason she wears leggings for all of 4 seconds. just so they could check that box.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah, there's always a lot of boxes to check.
Yeah, every box. I mean, if there's a box, they've probably checked it. So.
Next one is Harem Time. Same name as the manga.
I love Harem Time. I love this one.
Now in the manga, there was a lot. There's pretty much primarily one shots. In this actual hentai itself, it's broken down into 2 episodes. They took one story and broke it down in 2 episodes.
Yep.
The first one is obviously what it is, the actual harem, and this second part of the first episode kind of goes in that other one shot.
Yep.
And it get like when you first watch it, you kind of figure like, wait, is this the same story? No, it's not. It's not the same story. It's just another one shot. And then they go into the second episode where this time it's just another one shot, not to do with the actual story of the first one or the second part of the second one, and then the second part is continuation.
Yeah.
Yeah, I know.
So,
there's a lot.
So basically, what happens is the first episode is like a story that is connected with the entire episode. The second episode, like the first half of it, is a completely unrelated story. And then we go to the continuation in the second half of the episode, of the first episode.
Yeah.
As in, like, episode 1, not the first half of episode 2. Why we did this, I don't know. Instead of doing, like, episode 1, and then half of episode 2, and then the random story at the end of, the second episode.
I think
Very
they just
strange.
I think they just want to, make 2 episodes from, the ambiance of, the series.
Yeah.
In itself. But
yeah, so now we got that confusion out of the way. The story is, so basically this guy, his life changes when he essentially gets like a call or like a letter, and they're like, by the way, you're the heir of like this super powerful, really rich guy, and you probably want to get back here, and by the way, we need an heir, bye.
Yeah.
we need another heir, bye. Sorry, is kind of how it basically goes. So, he shows up, and they're like, just kidding, you don't actually get to own this house legally until you provide an heir. So here's the maid staff, have fun.
Yeah, so here's a group of girls. By the way, again, every box is checked.
Yep, every box is checked.
You got your lowly, you got your, older sister type.
Yeah, you get the older sister type, you get the, like, kind of childhood friend type kind of situation going on, even though they're not childhood friends, but they really try and push it like that, and it's fucking weird. I don't quite understand what the situation was going on with that.
Well, no, it was the girl he had a crush on.
Yeah.
It's the girl he had a crush on. It's like, no, I love this other girl, but I haven't let her know. Why? Oh, okay.
Yeah, and then
bring her here.
Yeah,
bring her over.
And then you get the whole thing of like all the ladies are like, oh, this is who he likes. We'll support that. And I'm like,
yeah, it doesn't matter as long as
Yeah, as long as you.
We'll be your concubine.
Yeah, you can fuck us whenever you want. And if you want more than one heir, we're fine with that too.
Yeah.
But, this is who you really want your heir to be with. That's fine too. Don't worry about
And
it.
then eventually they say, you know what? We all like him.
Yeah.
I don't know why.
Eventually it's just like, just kidding. We all love him. And it's just like.
It's like, you know what?
You've never met this man before.
Yeah.
Sex is a hell of a drug, is what I've learned from this fucking show.
Yeah, you got that right. You got, but yeah, I would recommend reading this.
Yeah.
Just for the one shots alone.
Yeah, as much as I like the adaptation, find the original manga for it, please. The stories are so much better. It actually kind of makes coherent sense in a way, even though it's one shots and shit. But
I like one shots.
Yeah, I mean one shots are good. You don't have to deal with a bunch of extra superfluous shit. So.
No, but yeah, like I said, I wouldn't pass on it. However, read it first.
Yeah, read it first, and then if you're like, wow, that was kind of interesting, you can watch it. So.
Yeah, just because it's animated.
Yeah, exactly. You get that. The voice acting actually isn't that bad either in this one too, for what it is.
I wasn't paying attention. I was paying attention.
Look, dude, after a while, I'm just like, all right, cool, titties and shit. Let's judge everything else. That's how desensitized to this stuff I am by now.
Yeah,
which I think we've made that joke before. Everyone's like, well, how can you because we're like, oh yeah, no, we just quick summarize it. Like, here's some good scenes. Here's some boxes to check. Watch it or not buy. It's like, I can only get so excited by it,
Right.
Eventually, you're just like, oh yes, another one of let's bang my sister type stories. Oh joy.
Yeah. I'm still waiting for that bang out hitter. Yeah.
You wanna try that again?
I'm still waiting for that one in a million that that'll knock it out of the
That
park.
like knocks it. To me, so far, it's been Isekai Harem. That's actually been pretty enjoyable, and it's been pretty interesting.
Is
every
it done?
Episode.
Is it
Not
done?
yet. I'm still pretty sure
it's
it's
not
airing,
shit.
which doesn't make any sense to me.
Because they're 4 episodes in, right?
Yeah, they're 4 episodes, and I'm like,
And
all right,
they're still
cool,
not
we're
done?
done now, right? And every time I think it's done, it adds another episode. I'm like, Jesus Christ!
Damn. It's almost like Night Nurses. Shit. God damn.
Oh my god.
Even the first volume is fucking long as shit. I haven't even finished that one. Like, I don't even know where that story's going because they keep on adding new girls in.
Yeah, God, one day we have to review that, and that's gonna be
I tried.
an entire episode, but it's just like I can't, dude. I can't.
I can't
I
either.
can't sit through it. Like, there's some things where I'm like, okay, that's fine, and then it like gets to like the extreme edge, and I'm like, I don't know who winked to this, but my God, you should be in jail.
Oh, okay. Well, looks like I'm going
Jared's like, oh, okay, anyway. Yeah,
looks like I'm going to jail.
Who would do that?
Okay. So yeah, Harem Time. Read it, then watch.
Yep.
Matt likes the voice acting.
I like the voice acting. It's pretty decent.
Next one.
Do you know how hard it is to be a consistent voice actor in hentai? Probably not very hard. There's probably like 10 of them.
Well, I'm pretty sure they go back and forth, just like the artists that do a drama.
Yeah. Or my favorite fan theory is just like it's just whoever is not busy that day animating. Yeah, get in the studio.
Yeah. Oh my God, I need to watch my shows. Anyway, oh God, I missed the Flash.
I don't miss any of the Marvel shows because I realized
DC.
something. Because DC and Marvel, like if I'm not binge watching them, I don't care.
I you know what I really fucking miss. It should have been out months ago. Animal Kingdom. The 4th season of Animal Kingdom should have been fucking out.
I thought that was out.
It wasn't.
Oh,
I've kept on looking. I'm waiting for season 4.
That's depressing.
It is. Fucking POF. Fucking mail. But anyway, yeah. Where the fuck is the 4th season of Animal Kingdom? I really fucking need. I really need it. I need it! Sorry, Mike, tangent. Just.
It's okay. I understand. I have shows like that. Not really.
You know? Oh.
Actually, Mr. Robot was like the one show where they're like, we're cutting it from 5 seasons down to 4. And I was like, no! That fucks everything up.
Was it just losing ratings?
No, they just, for some reason, they're like, oh, instead of 5, you're getting 4. And it's just like, well, that sucks because it was written as a 5-act structure. So now we have to cram and redo basically the entire ending. So that was super depressing.
I forgot where I left off. That.
I know where I left off. The ending. Go me. Comedy.
Full circle.
Kind of full circle, boys.
Sorry, folks, for that little tangent. Once again, wave of depression.
Yeah, wave of depression as all of our favorite TV shows and shit have ended or are in limbo or, everyone's like, why do you watch so much anime? It's like, because there's just no Western TV shows I fucking care about. I can name, like, all the shows that came out in the last 10 years that I enjoyed on, like, one hand. And, like, that's depressing as shit.
10 years?
Yeah, like the last 10 years.
Oh. Well, I'm trying to think.
I like a lot of older shows. Like I like MASH, I like Frasier and shit like that. Hate Seinfeld. Fucking hate it.
I never even watched it.
You're not missing anything.
I know.
I don't know why people are like, oh, it's so good. It's the greatest TV show. I'm like, is it though? Is it though?
Same thing with Friends. I don't even bother with that shit.
I fucking hate Friends. Hate it.
They don't
Ross
bother.
is a fucking psychopath. He's not funny. He's not a good human being. None of them are good people. Fuck all of them, honestly. They can all rot in hell.
Yeah, because
Joey's like the only innocent one. That's just because he's fucking stupid.
Because I was the honest trailers of Friends. I'm
Honest.
like, of that. I'm like, oh yeah, okay. I'm glad I didn't watch this.
Yeah, no,
I'm glad.
terrible. There's so many scenes where if you take the laugh track off, Ross is like a fucking psychopath. I'm like,
They did mention that.
Okay, that's uncomfortable.
They said the same. So I forgot. I saw it on Twitter. They said the same thing for Big Bang. If you take off the laugh track with Big Bang, it's not that funny.
I mean, even with the laugh track, it's not funny.
I thought it was funny up until season.
I actually made that comment
5?
when I had to watch, or not had to, but when I was watching with my girlfriend and my mom one night, because they like played like a later season, like one of the finale ones, and then it played like the first one, and I was like, wow, it's night and fucking day with these characters. In the first couple of seasons, I actually liked them, and they were like people. Yeah, they were kind of like nerdy and awkward, but they're still people.
Yeah.
And then there's in later shows, they're all just fucking obnoxious. It's like, what the fuck happened?
Yeah.
Like Sheldon, at least in the first couple of seasons, was likable and like had a couple funny lines. Same with everyone had a couple funny lines. I can hate Raj. Raj is a piece of shit throughout the entire series. I don't know why that character was there, but like Leonard was likable. Like even though he was a dork and weird, I was like, okay, cool. Like he's at least trying to be a normal person. But yeah, just later seasons of Big Bang, awful.
Yeah.
Fucking terrible.
I think they kind of went downhill when Howard got married. I think
it was even before that. I think
around that
like,
time for me at least. I think it was around that time.
I mean, it definitely did start to climb, but I think it started even before that. Honestly, if it was like a 3-season show and like no one got together and all this shit, and like they just kind of stayed single and awkward, and you know some other major plot points happened, I've been like, okay, that's fine.
Yeah.
So, but no, they had to.
Everybody had to hook up.
Everyone had to hook up and get married to people.
Except for Raj. I don't know why they left Raj out, but I guess
I honestly don't know why he wasn't
it.
written out. He doesn't contribute anything to the plot ever. Ever. He does nothing in the show.
No, he doesn't.
Regular
Indiana Jones on that.
Yeah, and then some people could be like, oh, well, he does this. I'm like, is that important, though?
No.
Or would this have happened without Raj's intervention? Or would it have happened sooner without Raj's intervention? I don't think so. He's just kind of there as like, haha, look, he's this lonely, awkward person from a different part of the world. Let's all laugh at him. It's like that joke ran its course after like season 2.
Yeah, it did. Yeah, I think the only reason why he stayed there is just so Howard can have his best friend.
Yeah, that's it. Like Howard has a friend. That's it.
Yeah. But anyway,
tangent over.
Yeah, another tangent over.
Fuck Big Bang. Fuck Friends.
But what was I saying? Oh yeah, we're like on a handful, like fucking Sopranos.
Yeah.
Psych.
Sons of Anarchy. I'll let you do yours first. Actually.
Okay.
Sopranos.
Psych. Wait, completed?
Just that you enjoyed.
I enjoyed. Oh,
yeah,
okay.
Currently watching or whatever.
Okay. Sopranos, Psych, Flash, Animal Kingdom. Does half or
what do you mean half? Like,
because I was gonna say The Wire, but it's only good up until season 3.
Then that's something that you didn't enjoy all the way through. Then.
Okay. Shit.
See, it's hard.
Yeah. Holy shit.
Yeah. So what do you think of that? Sons of Anarchy, Mayans, Mr. Robot, The Expanse. And this is non-cartoon shows. I'm specifically doing non-cartoons because cartoons I actually enjoyed quite a bit.
Yeah.
I can't say Mythbusters because that came out like early 2000s, and that started to suck towards the end too. Can't say Good Eats because that was early 2000s too, and is like continuing now.
Fuck yeah! Holy shit!
And Sons of Anarchy is even cheating because that's early 2000s too.
Well, for me, it's just in general.
Like yeah, like so if I expand that to 2000 and now, what's my fucking show? Like then I guess I could say Mythbusters, but I can't because I didn't enjoy the last bit of it.
Yeah. Holy.
Yeah,
Wow. I mean, I know there's been.
I guess Sopranos, like, you know what? As much as I enjoyed The Sopranos, I enjoyed Boardwalk Empire more. So I'll put Boardwalk Empire over that. So.
See, I would have put it that if it wasn't for the last season.
See, I'm like that. I guess I'm in that like polarized group where I liked the entire thing, like even the last season.
Shit. Yeah, I know it sucks because it was awesome until.
Yeah, I mean, I agree. It wasn't its strongest season. That's for damn sure.
Wow. See, I have to go through Netflix and shit, see what the fuck was on there because I know there's more. I know there's more on that
more
list.
in my head. I just can't. But like but the fact that those are the 5 that stuck out in my mind is like I enjoyed it all the way through. That came out in the last 20 years.
Yeah.
And if I explain that to older shows, then it's slightly easier because you got MASH, you got Frasier and shit like that, But yeah, there's just nothing recently that I'm like I don't like Black Mirror because it's just depressing as shit. Like
I didn't even bother with that.
Like I agree, it's a creative show.
Yeah.
That's about it. I don't want to be fucking depressed when I'm watching.
I would say Blacklist, but then again.
Yeah, Blacklist. That turned to. I can't say shit. It's just it went downhill. Started so strong.
Yeah.
And then it just turned into another crime show. It's like, okay, cool, awesome. Glad I got into that.
Yeah.
Like Westworld, I didn't care. Game of Thrones, again, I didn't like it all the way through, so I can't say that.
Yeah.
Cartoons is as easy as shit. We've had so many good cartoons in the last 20 years. So many. But yeah, just and then so that bottom line, that's why I like anime. If you weren't paying attention or you forgot because we were just droning on about this.
I know. Holy shit. That's a serious fucking problem over here.
God, we're awful.
I know.
If we ever start making money, we're gonna have to hire a manager who just sits in and goes.
Yeah, like stop it.
Stop. Anyway, about that one topic you guys are on.
Oh yeah.
Speaking
of that, one more hentai we review now. Called Sweet Home, based off the visual novel of the same name.
The title translates to Sweet Home. Do you like horny older sisters? I'll be very dismissed if I find out that this was not from the same writer of Do You Like Horny Bunnies? Be very sad if that's the case.
Oh, that visual novel sucked. It looked shitty.
Fucking terrible. There are more ellipses in that fucking visual novel from the main character and other characters than like any other visual novel I've ever read.
Wasn't that the same makers of Exchange?
Yeah, which also was not that great, despite what a lot of people claim.
And there was 3 of them, right?
Yeah, there's like
3.
Yeah, there's 3, and then like a fan or like a bonus episode that was released. So there's technically 4, and I'm like, why?
Why? So anyway, Sweet Home, college student.
Of course it is. Why wouldn't it be?
Dorms. First of all,
at least he's not a high school student, and the sisters are in college. Because that's normally what we get.
Yeah. So his apartment catches on fire. Everything burns down.
Sucks.
By the way,
I'm also absolutely convinced the sisters did it. Also 100% convinced.
So he moves back in with his stepmom, who also turns the house into, I guess, what's that called? She basically rents out the whole place.
Yeah, it's like a condo where like a per room renting or whatever the fuck it is. I don't know if there's like a specific term if you like rent a house and you only rent like rooms. So I don't know.
I don't know the term. Anyway, so she rents out, most of the rooms. One of them is, professor that goes to the same college. Go figure.
Shocker! Wow. Who would have saw that coming? In this highly coincidental situation.
Another one works. I don't remember the other 2.
Their jobs aren't important.
And then his aunt.
Yeah.
By definition, his aunt, who is, I think, about the same age, looks young. younger than.
It's one of those situations of like you're 90% sure he's older than the aunt, but it's not because they're trying to lie to you.
But anyway, so each episode it's 3 episodes. So how many girls? Point is, each episode he does 2 of them up until the last episode where they all do each other. And that whole harem,
including the mom, by the way. Everyone in this house gets fucked.
Yeah. The whole harem aspect.
Whole harem thing happens. The fact that it's called "Do You Like Your Horny Elder Sisters" is a fucking lie. Not only does he, so you don't need to ask that question. He's very obvious about it. It's "Do you like everyone that in your mom's new house?"
Sure.
Although I guess that's not a great title, but considering some of the titles from manga and light novel I've seen recently.
Right. Oddly enough, a lot of anal. A lot of
so much.
A lot of anal
so
in this.
Anal in this.
So if you're a fan of anal,
if you go and say hentai doesn't have enough anal, my God.
Yeah.
I think like every girl gets it up the ass. Like no joke. I'm not even like.
Yeah.
I'm like almost certain it happens with everyone.
Oh yeah, holy
I'm
shit,
like,
yeah.
I'm almost certain everyone gets it.
Yeah, every girl gets anal. Which in the last one, the aunt, the lowly aunt.
I hate that shit. I hate that fucking. Oh, that's a trope that triggers the fuck out of me. But we'll talk about that in the after show.
It depends. I think it depends on the person. But holy shit, that's very quick just to take anal that fast.
Yeah, they're all just like, oh yeah, sure, let's do it in the ass, and I'm like.
I mean, all the other girls I can understand because they probably took it in the ass before, but
yeah, they
like
probably
the
have
one,
like some kind of experience or something like that.
But for a non-experienced person, that fast,
and then move immediately to being like, this is the greatest thing in life,
and that hard, I'm like, that's I don't think you know how anal works,
I don't think you've
buddy.
ever done anal with anybody.
like,
not that us two pure souls have partaken or anything, but.
Well, speak for yourself. Anyway, yeah. So yeah, a lot of anal in this one. It moves very fast. I know it's based off a game, and then they just want to cram scenes in there down your throat, whatnot. Then again, the episodes are short, so
yeah, they're pretty short. It's one of those move to scene. The first episode kind of drags at the beginning though, because we're getting introduced to everybody. So it's like, but you can't just move right to the fucking like everyone else does, even though most of the time we just get a 3-second introduction of, oh wow, your dick's hard. We'll take care of that.
Unless it's one of those only episodes, which only follows, Bible Black, discipline.
Bible Black is too fucking long.
Well, no, because they have Bible Black only, where it's just, literally
it's literally just the
scenes. So I mean, I'm not saying this is exactly like it. It's only like this because it's only 15 minutes long.
Yeah.
So, that being said, I don't know if the actual series, the game, has different routes.
Yep.
There is different routes in there? Okay.
Yeah, so like in Imouto Paradise, you can basically you're actually kind of forced to like pick a sister to like go through the route, because if you like spread it out towards after you do it for so long, eventually they're like, well, I guess you didn't choose anybody, and I'm like, you didn't tell me there was a time limit and that I had to like just pick one person, so why even give me the option? Just do the social scenes with the sisters and give me all the scenes. Like, why the fuck am I choosing whatever? The illusion of choice.
So yeah. I don't know whether to give this a thumbs up or down.
I give it a thumbs up just because, the scenes are interesting and, the character designs are nice, so I liked it.
The only
again, it's the way how I like to put it. If you see it, watch it, but don't like go out of your way to search for it.
Unless you like, anal play, then yeah, sure, check it out, because like it's anal play is barely. I shouldn't say barely, but it's barely there in the hentai world, unless it's forced upon. You don't see that many hentai out there that oh, put it in my ass. Okay.
Oh yeah.
Okay.
No foreplay,
Really?
no lube, no nothing. Just let's do it in the ass. It's like, oh, so you prepared for this way beforehand, then?
Yeah.
You knew what was gonna happen today.
Like that went in very smoothly. What the?
Yeah. No complaints, no nothing.
It's like, all right, okay, I'll go along with it. But yeah, other than that, if you like your harem anal play, check it out.
Yeah, Christy. Again, I honestly recommend it. It's gonna be the weirdest sentence I've ever said in my life. Maybe. Maybe. We'll see when it comes out. If you're a fan of anal and you don't think hentai has enough, this series alone kind of makes up for it, honestly.
Unless you're reading.
Yeah, unless you're reading.
Because there is actually a series out there that just primarily is just anal.
Oh yeah, dojins and printed media you get everything. You get eye fucking, you get docking, you get nipple shit, and which fucking confuses me to this day. But
yeah, I don't understand Japanese and the whole nipple thing.
I don't get it. I don't get it.
Every JV I watch, that it's in there.
Yeah, dick is just on the nipple, and you're like.
No. I mean, women playing with the guy's nipples.
Oh yeah, that too. I don't get that either.
Like
I don't get either. I don't get both. Why?
Like,
Stop it.
It's like, okay. It's like
to quote John, stop it.
I love his reaction videos.
Oh my god, every fucking video he puts out is a fucking meme. I love it.
Stop!
Yeah, gonna be knocked down this.
I don't like where this is going.
I don't like where this is going. Phil, you make me angry, Phil. It's a pot. A way to have a bowl without ruining a colander.
There was a anime meme compilation where I forgot what it was. It's like, hey, give me your money, and he was dressed in Han Solo, and he's in the middle of fucking just money coming out of his pocket.
Yeah. Oh! Oh god, everything that guy does is so memeable.
Is he still on?
He posts every now and then. He had a wave of videos he did, so now he's gonna be on hiatus for a year.
Oh.
So.
I'm sure. But anyway, so yeah, those are our reviews. Imouto Paradise Series 1, Harem Time, and Sweet Home.
Sweet Home. Do you like horny sisters? Elder sisters?
Even though they weren't.
Even though they
weren't sisters.
They were barely older than him, and he rails his mom for a majority of the second episode. But anyway.
Yeah.
Semantics.
All right. So yeah. Thanks for listening, watching. If you want to see what we look at, check out our YouTube channel of the same name.
How long will it last before YouTube is it's kind of sus, bro.
Well, technically.
Some of the shit I've seen on YouTube and some of the fucking people that are allowed to have channels and voices, we're fine. We're fine.
Yeah, because I've seen if you go post on your, click, try to post a video and it'll say who's it for and whatnot and age restrictions. I think we're fine because we're not actually showing.
Yeah, we're not going to show anything. And that made sure that my laptop was visible.
Oh, you actually had it up? I'm just going off of memory.
Yeah, I bring it up just so I can skim through it and read the description mostly because the description 9 times out of 10 is fucking hilarious.
It is fucking hilarious.
Although some of them are super lazy based on the game. Really?
Thanks, guy.
Thanks, guy. Find the fucking game's description. The game's description based on the manga. Manga based on the web novel.
Okay.
We're fucking done. We're not gonna figure out what this is about.
Based on the author's thought.
Based off a Twitter thread. Ah!
So yeah. Hopefully when this comes back, we'll actually I'll find a fucking battery pack for the light, and you can see our faces.
My pretty face.
Yes, pretty faces. Anyway, thanks again for listening, watching. I'm not gonna even bother because we haven't got to that point of
Be sure to hit that bell button and subscribe. Leave a comment. It really helps the algorithm, boys.
We're not there yet. Eventually.
Oh no, if we get there, we will whore ourselves out completely. It'll be like every 10 minutes. Be sure to subscribe for our next episode.
Oh, and don't forget, we're in a minute in. Here comes an ad.
Here comes an ad.
God, I hate that fucking. I was watching YouTube. I was like, can't remember how long it was.
Literally, the app, like the normal app, has gotten so fucking bad. I had to find a replacement for it. I had to get an app with like the ad blocker and shit built in, and I found one called YouTube Advanced that has it has like a normal ad blocker, but it also has an in-video sponsor skipper. So like if you run it, so like let's say like a really popular YouTube channel, Lens Tech Tips is like one that comes to mind. They always have like the LTTstore.com where they always have like their beginning and end like stuff. It will skip like their self-insert sponsors, their sponsors at the end, like their intro, does all of that, so I can just like watch it, and it cuts some of their videos down by like 4 minutes. It's ridiculous. Probably the worst I saw was actually their tech quickie videos go from like 8 minutes down to like 5 minutes because of all this shit it skips. I'm like, oh, that's interesting. Again, I love their channels. I love what they do, but it's like, holy shit, you don't like realize how bad some of it gets until you have a like bar that says we have skipped the intro, we have skipped an insert ad, we have skipped a self-promotion, we have skipped the entire last like minute of the video because it's just ads in the outro, and I'm like, Jesus Christ.
That's right. So yeah, the only thing I will say, I would like the YouTube plaque. I wouldn't mind that.
Oh, yeah, we'll put that shit right
there. But yeah. So this is probably the only. Actually, I will say it. Subscribe. That's probably the only time you'll probably hear me say it.
Yeah.
Now,
just
until
subscribe.
tell your friends, like always.
Yeah, share it around. It'd be cool. That's the only time we'll say anything.
Thanks.
So.
All right, and we're done. And we're out.
And we're out.
I'm Jarrett.
Matt.
Bye.
Bye.